Hey guys, welcome to BLONITY. First, my little disclaimer, this is no financial advice, my own opinion and estimates. My estimates could be completely wrong. Don't trust, always verify, understand the numbers, be aware of scammers, and you know the best how to invest your money. Please be aware that I'm invested in these companies. Okay, let's go. First of all, I want to say thank you to all of you guys. It's such a great journey with you. On YouTube right now, it's more than 4,600 subscribers. A lot of views here in the last 28 days, like close to 100,000, 13,500 hours watched, and the revenue here in the last 28 days is $860 for me. So this is very cool. Thank you very much for this. And also on Twitter, it's right now close to 3,300 followers. That's also very cool, Twitter. Twitter is a little bit more fun. Don't take everything so serious, what I'm tweeting there. Take everything with a little bit grain of salt, because sometimes I don't think what I'm tweeting or so. Sometimes I want to have a little bit fun. Sometimes I want to provoke a little bit. Yeah, please keep that always in mind. Yeah, and then on Patreon, that's also very cool. We're not far away from 1,000 Patreons. Thank you very much, guys, for this one. Yeah, and if you want to join Patreon, you can go there, patreon.com/blonity. I do some additional analysis there for the Patreons here. I think it's €5 a month. You can also join Discord there. Should be like $6 or $7. This is the minimum from Patreon for tier 1. I cannot change this. And yeah, I think the Discord group, the Telegram group, and all these channels there, right now it's a really cool mining community there, or crypto stocks community, where we discuss all this stuff. And for me, this helps me a lot to discuss with these people. I really love this one. Okay, let's move on. So Bitcoin surpassed $61,000. So that's crazy. A few weeks ago we were here at 30,000 or 43,000. Then we were in January at 30,000. People were crying, oh, we go to zero. Yeah, now we're at 61,000, or right now 60,000 or something like this. So we have a new all-time high. We smashed the all-time high, the previous one, on Saturday, which is unusual, I would say, because Saturday is always a day with low volume. So we have to see whether this is confirmed here. It would be nice to have more volume, to be honest. So maybe we will retest the old all-time high again or something like this. It would be nice to get more volume up there, but right now it seems very stable. You never know what happens on Monday. We know F2 pool and all these things, everything can happen. But let's estimate we're there on Monday when the US stock exchange opens, and the Canadian stock exchange, and the London stock exchange, and so on. What's going to happen then? And some people are saying, oh man, if HUD doesn't move on Monday, that's going to be crazy. I don't know what's going to happen. I'm relaxed. If it doesn't move tomorrow, it maybe moves on Tuesday. But what I think could happen is that now a lot of these short sellers, because especially the Canadian stocks, they're very shorted, that they get nervous. And I think when the market opens, it's possible that HUD and Hive and all these stocks, that they first drop very fast, very short term, like 5 minutes or so, maybe minus 10% or so. And then the ball gets released, and then they rise like crazy. I think this is a possibility, because first the shorts want to cover. They push it down as hard as they can to cover their shorts, get out of this, and then they buy, or other people buy the dip, and then we move up like crazy. So this is a possibility. It could be completely wrong, but I think a few weeks ago we had this. For some of these stocks, when Bitcoin was rising over the weekend and it was stable on Monday, that these shorts want to get out and they push it down first, but it's only a few minutes and then it moves up. So this could happen. We will see. Yeah, then with Ethereum mining, I get a lot of questions because of Ethereum improvement proposal 1559. The developers, they want to burn some of the fees, transaction fees, and the mining reward for the Ethereum miners should go down. And there's Red Panda Mining. He is a YouTuber. I watched him a few years ago a lot. Right now I have no time. He's a very good miner. He mines with GPUs. He mines Ethereum and some altcoins, I guess. And yeah, they want to increase the pressure on the developers here, and they want to go 50 for educational purposes. Let's collectively move our hash rate to ethermine.org. So this is a pool which is officially against this improvement proposal. And yeah, they want to show their power and the power of hash rate, and want to move there for 51 hours. So maybe they can get 51% of the hash rate. I'm not sure. I haven't checked this. Yeah, but there's right now a little battle between miners and the rest of the communities or the developers. I'm not so deep into it right now, because the developers want to include EIP 1559 in the London hard fork, which is scheduled in July. People ask me, this is bad for Hive and all these things. I don't think so. I mean, Hive is prepared for everything. And when the fees go down, that doesn't mind that Ethereum mining profitability is going to zero. I think when the fees got burned, then we have a deflationary effect on the Ether issuance of the miners. So that means there are gonna be less Ethereum on the market. So this should drive the price up. So it could be that, for example, Hive gets less mining transaction fees. So these bonus payments, they call it. But the price is higher, so I don't think that the mining profitability will change significantly. And yeah, maybe they will delay it because of this power battle here. So that's also a possibility. And yeah, I don't think this is the big issue for Hive Blockchain. I don't think so. What is very important right now for Hive Blockchain is that they hold or hodl as much coins, especially Ethereum, as they can, and also Bitcoin. And that's why they also dilute a little bit their stocks sometimes, because they know we have to hodl, because with Ethereum it's gonna move to proof of stake in the upcoming years, and then you have to stake your coins. You can make a lot of money with staking this Ethereum, and you should have as much as you can. So I'm not concerned at all about Hive Blockchain. Furthermore, they can move their GPU hash rate to another coin or to a completely other topic like AI or rendering or so. So they have all the options. So that's my opinion here. I don't know what you think, but I'm not concerned at all. Then we have the stock to flow is working like clockwork. So we can see this bull run is very steep here. So the 2017 here is, we surpassed the 2017 bull run significantly here. And yeah, we're not far away from the 2013 bull run, which was crazy. Yeah, I really like this one. This is from Plan B. So, I mean, it could mean that we're in 1 or 2 months, we're at 100,000. This is possible if we go here. This is not far away. We will see. Let's move on. Yeah, then we have the mining revenue in Bitcoin, and we have a new all-time high here. It was 52.3 million per day here. So you can see here the supply of Bitcoin here over the last 10 years. So we had this halving here, the first one from 50 to 25, 25 to 12.5 here. And then last March or May from 12.5 to 6.25. So the supply is very low right now here. It's approximately 1,000 Bitcoins a day, the global supply here from miners. So like 900 approximately from fixed block reward and like 100 from transaction fees. But we can see the green line here, the revenue is at a new all-time high because of the price. The price is very high, and yeah, that's very good for our miners, and that's why I'm so big invested in all of these miners, because the mining conditions are so good. The mining difficulty is not increasing much right now because of the chip shortage, and the price is increasing. That means the miners making a lot of money every day. So then we have the mining profitability here. So we can see in Bitcoin, we are right now here, we are close to 40 cents per day per terahash right now. So the model is here. So we're not so far away from the model. And I was thinking, why we're not away from the model? We should be way higher, because the price in my model is on April 1st, it's 41,000 per Bitcoin, and we're now at 61,000. So we're, let's say 50% higher the price than in the stock to flow model. But in my model, I have the fees higher. I thought it would be like 250 Bitcoins per day in transaction fees, but it's right now only 100 or so. So that's why we're not like 50% above the model. My my transaction fees forecast, it has a linear approach. It rises every month like 50 Bitcoins or so. But I double checked this, and in the past it looks like, it's more an exponential growth. It grows very slow in the beginning of the bull market, and in the end it pumps like crazy, so it's not linear. So I would maybe have to adjust this one. But yeah, you can see we're very profitable here. Also in Ethereum, we're exactly on the model here. So we are waiting for the next DeFi craze here to get these nice bonus payments here, this one, but right now we are here. And we have Zcash. Zcash is lagging right now. We can see we should be a lot higher. This is right now with Zcash. Then we have the operational excellence here. We have the 10-day gross mining margin, the OPX10, the 30-day gross mining margin, and the 90-day. So this is the last week here. So we can see we're improving again here. Hive is close to 350,000 in gross mining margin over the last 10 days, so per day on average. In the 30 days, we're still close to 400,000, and on the 90 days, we're at 300,000. So yeah, we improved here in this one, the 90 days. Last week we were at 270,000, now we're at 300,000. So within the last 90 days, Hive should have made like 300,000 in gross mining margin per day. So that's a lot of money, I would say. So then we have HUD8, also the 10-day is a little bit higher than the 30-day, which is very good. Bitfarms increased their hash rate significantly to 1.18 exahash, so they have the highest hash rate right now, and that's why you can see here they're making a lot of money in the short term. Yeah, also Argo Blockchain here is doing very good right now on the 10-day because they have close to 1.1 exahash right now. So they're, with Bitfarms and HUD and Riot, they're the leaders here. And they're very profitable, and you can see it here. Yeah, they were always low, but now they're catching up very hard. Then we have Mara here. Also Mara increased the hash rate to 700 petahash. We can see it here. And Riot has 1.06 exahash, which is also very nice here. Let's move on. We can see the hash rate here where we are right now. We are right now here. So Bitfarms is number 1, HUD8, Argo, and Riot are number 2. Then we have Mara still below here, but they should get a lot of miners soon. And then we have Hive, which is right now mining only a few Bitcoins. But we can see Hive has a really big plan here to increase to 2.5 exahash at the end of the year. And it's a steady growth here. So they will get always miners in the upcoming month. So starting in April. And yeah, that's going to be interesting. We can see Mara has the highest disclosed hash rate in 2021. So that's where also in my model very high, because of this huge strategic excellence. They disclosed a lot of miners. Gonna be interesting whether they get all these miners in time. But right now we are planning with this. Gonna be very interesting. Then we have these gross mining margins per day. We can see Hive is still number 1 here. So on Friday, yesterday it was like close to 400,000. Then we have Argo here very high. More than 300,000, Bitfarms and Riot 2. Then we have HUD8 here, 260,000 US dollars. And we have Mara should be like 160,000 US dollars or something like this. So they're making a lot of money right now. So then we have the operational excellence 3 here on the time series. This is my first indicator for my model. You can see the calculation here. We can see here the correction, but now Hive is picking up again. So they're still number 1 here. They're very efficient miner, and yeah, Ethereum is still crazy profitable. Then we have Bitfarms and Riot here very close together. Bitfarms a little bit in the lead right now. Then we have Argo. Look at Argo here. I mean, they are rising like crazy. They soon catch up with these guys here. And then we have HUD8. The efficiency compared to these miners here is a little bit lower. That's why they are always a little bit more impacted when there's a correction. But it also has its pros and cons. I think the efficiency is a little bit lower, but they also have the biggest infrastructure. They have more than 100 megawatt right now installed. So when they get the new miners, they already have the infrastructure there. So this is also a benefit for HUD. But then we have Mara, which is down here, which is rising also very steep right now. Then we have the HODL excellence, which is Mara is the lonesome leader here. They should have like 5,000 Bitcoins on the balance sheet right now. Yeah, more than 250 million US dollars here. I mean, this is a moving average. When we go to the of today, they should be at 300 million or so. Then we have HUD8. They should have like 3,200 Bitcoins right now on the balance sheet. We have Hive Blockchain. They should have a lot of Ethereum and some Bitcoins on the balance sheet. Riot, more than 1,000 Bitcoins, maybe close to 1,500. Argo Blockchain at 700 or so. And Bitfarms should be at maybe 400, maybe 500. I don't know exactly. Then we have the strategic excellence, which is looking 180 days in the future. Means the HODL part is very important with the Bitcoin price increase, and the operational part in the future, which means disclosed hash rate is very important. And yeah, Mara has the biggest HODL excellence, and they have the highest disclosed hash rate, and that's why they're in the strategic excellence here, number 1. Then we have Hive Blockchain still number 2, Riot number 3. So Hive and Riot, or Hive, will get a lot of Bitcoin mining, but not so soon. But yeah, they're on the operational side so good right now with Ethereum mining, and that's why they're very high here. Riot Blockchain, they get like 3.8 exahash in the upcoming month, so that's why they're here very good, and also they have good operational skills. We have HUD here, Argo, and Bitfarms, so it would be nice to get soon some more hash rate from HUD8, for example. From Argo Blockchain, they disclosed like 1.7 exahash. Would be cool to get some more information about Texas, what they want to do there, how much hash rate and when. Disclose some hash rate there would be very nice. And yeah, Bitfarms disclosed a lot of hash rate for 2022, but right now we have 2021, and my model is only 180 days in the future, so this is not included here in my model. So it would be nice to get these 3 exahash. They told us to get these one disclosed. That would be very cool. Okay, now we have the BMX here. Yeah, they all have big increases since the last week. Argo Blockchain has the biggest increase here in absolute terms because they added a lot of hash rate. I adjusted some factors for Argo Blockchain because they should be right now more efficient with the new miners, and they should have more uptime because the miners are new. And they added a lot of cash via dilution here, like 30 million US dollars, and that's why they're up here. We have Mara number 1, HUD8 number 2 still. We have Hive number 3. We have Riot number 4, Argo number 5, and Bitfarms number 6. But we can see all these miners here are not so far away. They're between 250 to 450 million or so. Mara is a little bit higher here. But yeah, they're all in the same range, let's say, on the absolute terms. So we can all compare them together. On the relative side here, this is the BMX, the absolute value divided by market cap. So it gives us the relative value here, or the BMXI, which should indicate which one is the most undervalued. That doesn't mean that these stocks here pumping on Monday like crazy. We have seen this. There are a lot of different factors. I mean, in my model, it's all about hash rate and HODL and efficiency. And in the real world, it's a lot on which exchange are you listed. Do you have a good PR or investors relation, and all these things. Are you shorted a lot or not? So there are a lot of other factors. What energy sources do you use? So these are all the stuff you should factor in. You should make your own soft validation here and then decide, do you want to invest in a miner? Please don't forget, miners are very risky. A Bitcoin is very risky, or people would say it's very risky. Yeah, I don't think so, but it's always a risk, and you should be aware of this. I mean, if you lose all your money here, I cannot help you then, okay? You should be always aware of this. Okay, but let's move on. HUD8 here is number 1. We have Bitfarms number 2. We have Hive Blockchain number 3. We have Argo Blockchain number 4. So Argo is now on the rise here with the bigger hash rate and the upcoming hash rate increase. They're also hodling. So I really like this one. Then we have Mara and Riot. So these US stocks, these are very good companies. They're not bad companies. They're lower here because the Nasdaq power is very big. So they seem a little bit overvalued to these stocks here. So this will change, I think, when these stocks here can move to Nasdaq. We don't know. I think they will. and then we will have them all on the same level here. But right now these are two different leagues a little bit, to be honest. So yeah, let's move on. The cool part is next week we will have a new miner here. I have a new miner here. I will include them. I'm very close to it. I have a lot of data collected right now, and I did all these moving average and all this stuff. And yeah, next week we'll have a new miner here, a smaller one. This is going to be very interesting. And maybe in the upcoming weeks we get another one. So that would be very cool to have more miners to compare. I really love this one. But right now the market cap, we can see Riot is now number 1, surpassed Mara with 4.2 billion, Mara 4.1 billion. Then we have Hive Blockchain 1.4 billion, Argo 1.4 billion, HUD 940 million, and Bitfarms 600 million. So how many X since mid of December here? So last week, from last week to this week, we can see an increase in all these stocks, not that big. Here from 25.9x to 28.7, so Argo increased like 10%. We had a little increase in Bitfarms, a little one in HUD 8. No increase in Hive. Hive is right now very stable. We have a little bit more increase in relative terms here for the US stocks like Mara and Riot from 6.3 to 8.6 and 5.2 to 7.4. So always when we have these corrections, these US stocks like Mara and Riot, they get a little bit faster out of this correction. We have to keep this in mind for the next correction. Okay, so on Twitter, a lot of stuff here on Twitter. We have Empire Building here, and he was reminding us here that 1 year ago, approximately, Bitcoin was at $3,700 US. We had this March drop from 8,000 to 4,000 US, like 50% in one day. I remember this day. This was really scary, to be honest. Yeah, but now we're at 60,000 1 year later. So you can see the power of Bitcoin here, the power of stock to flow and scarcity. And yeah, and I want to talk a little bit about Empire Building. I really like his channel. He's such a cool guy, Curtis Lucas. And I don't see these guys as competitors there. I see them as friends to work together, to educate, more investors out there, to help people to understand and to grow our channels. And it's really cool to have these guys like Empire Building, Curtis Lucas, or Mateos from Funky Finance. And there are a few others. I don't see them as competitors. I see us here as a minor educator family or something like this. Okay, again here the cycles. We can see here that since the halving we are up 6.6x, which is very nice. So we're in between these two cycles, very nice on Twitter here. And then we have here JP Barrett, he's an expert in mining. He says Bitcoin's energy consumption is a feature and not a bug. Money doesn't work when you can print $2 trillion out of thin air. That's more capital than all US companies made in 2019. So he was answering David Froome here. He's complaining about the Bitcoin energy consumption. These are all these people. They're talking about modern money theory. You can print as much money as you want and give it to the people they want it. If you're thinking about money, you need to understand that you cannot print money out of thin air. Money, it has to be always very difficult to create money. Like, for example, for gold, you have to dig deep to get the money, or you have Bitcoin, you have to pay a lot of electricity bills to get money, and that's good money. This is sound money, this is scarce money, and that's money. Then we have currency, which has at the present time, it has a current value or something like this. At the current time, it has a value. That's why it's called currency. But it's not money. That's a big difference you have to understand when you're talking about money and currency. And that's why, for example, Bitcoin is rising because it's money. For gold, it's right now a little bit difficult time. I think a lot of money is flowing away from gold right now into Bitcoin. But let's say if Bitcoin gets into another bubble and bursts, I think that gold can really benefit from this. So I think gold is really not dead. Gold is there for is there since a while, and it will be money in the future too. So this is very important to understand what is money, what is currency. Yeah, then we have this guy here, Launches. It would be cool to have his real name. He's doing very good analysis about KR1 and Argo Blockchain. He spent a lot of time, I guess, to get this analysis together. And he made a bull scenario for KR1 at Polkadot, for example, at $150. So I think DOT can go a lot higher, but okay. He says $24.5 as a target. And he right now sees KR1 as a fair value at $6, and I think it's below $3. So KR1 is really undervalued. He made a very good analysis about this. This is also my opinion here. Yeah, then we have Mateus from Funky Finance here. He did a great interview with Peter Wall. You really should watch it. Some good insights about Argo, about the future plans, and yeah, a little bit about private life of Peter Wall. A very interesting person in my opinion. And also Mateus does a great job. Yeah, some people ask me, when do I do these interviews with the CEO? Yeah, I see me more as an analyst. So I'm right now not planning to do these interviews. Right now I do it as a hobby. I have no time to do this, by the way. But I'm going to do this all full time here as an analyst from June or July. And I think I will do it more like this. I will call the CEOs, I will talk to the CEOs, and yeah, then tell you about this. Because in an interview, I think it's always very difficult to get all these information out of these CEOs. I hope with a private call I can get more information and tell you a little bit more about this. Yeah, we will see. What's the plan here? I'm not 100% sure about this, but I really enjoyed this interview here. Then my portfolio right now. So yeah, this month right now it's not going crazy. It's up 7%. Last week it was 16%, so it was okay. But yeah, right now it's very stable. No big increases right now. My portfolio right now is KR1 here big, HUD8 big. I have DMG and DigiHost very big here. Argo Blockchain, Bitfarms, and Hive. This is the same position here. So I'm good diversified. Right now I have no Riot and Mara. I sold them to buy DigiHost on Friday because in my opinion DigiHost was on sale there. Yeah, we will see whether this plays out or not. Maybe I have to wait a few days or weeks for DigiHost for explosion. Yeah, we will see. But overall I'm happy. You know, my goal is 20,000% at the end of the year, so I need another 10x right now. This is no financial advice, guys. Please keep that always in mind. And yeah, it's going to be a rough ride. There will be 50% drops in one day. Can you handle this volatility? To succeed, you need a lot of know-how and nerves of steel. So especially for the new guys here, they invest and they think it's only going up. No, these stocks are crazy volatile. They're going up like crazy and down. So when you invest in these companies, please think always about this and make your decision before. Do you want to sell at the bottom or at the top? Because when you set a stop loss at the bottom and you get killed by these whales, yeah, it was your fault. And so please think always about this before you make these moves there, because these stocks are crazy volatile. Okay, the part 2 is the BLONITY forecast here for market cap. So I included a little bit more dilution for all these companies here because they're right now all diluting. So that's why the stock price and the leverage is a little bit lower than last week, I think. But the overall market data is going better. So they made more money as I expected in the last week. But I included like 10% more dilution. So we have Hive, a forecasted market cap of 16 to 22 billion US dollars and on the peak. This is when Bitcoin goes to 200,000 US dollars, by the way, and this is all no financial advice here. HUD from 22 to 30 billion, Bitfarms 5 to 7 billion, so they're on the rise here. Also Argo on the rise here from 9 to 12 billion. Maras 47 to 63 billion and Riot 17 to 24 billion. Then we have the maximum share price forecast for 2021 if Bitcoin goes to 200,000 or higher. This is no financial advice. Hive 47 to 62 US dollars, HUD8 from 183 to 244 US dollars, Bitfarms 39 to 52, Argo from 21 to 28, Mara from 360 to 490, and Riot from 220 to close to 300 US dollars. No financial advice. And then we have the leverage forecast here. So which miner could make more X or could increase how many times from here to the peak of the run? I think Hive could increase like 12 to 16x, HUD from 22 to 30x, Bitfarms from 8 to 10x, Argo Blockchain from 6 to 8x right now, Mara from 9 to 12x, and Riot from 4 to 5x. If Bitcoin goes to 200,000, yeah, guys, please keep always in mind that all models are wrong, but some are useful. We will see how this plays out. I think this is really possible, but it don't have to be exact this way. We have to keep an eye on Bitcoin. We have to keep an eye on all these metrics like difficulty and on the political landscape, and then we will see what is possible. Yes, guys, and please be aware that it's very important to have always fun and to think like a whale. I mean, I see always the people complaining, a lot of people complaining about this stock is not moving and this stock is not moving. I mean, if you want to have always stocks moving every day, you have to become a day trader. These day traders, the professional ones, for example, Warrior Trading on YouTube, I saw a lot of videos from him. I mean, he's chasing every day these. There's always a stock which goes 100 or 200% up a day, but it's very difficult to find them and get there in early. If you're a professional day trader, you have this huge setup there, you can get there. For example, Warrior Trading, he makes a lot of money every day or every second day or so. He's very good in this. He has a great setup, but he has also a lot of experience. I'm not a day trader, I'm an investor, and I look for the value. And then I move in, I swap a little bit between all these stocks. But then I wait, and if it goes up tomorrow, nice. If it goes up in 1 week, also nice, or in 1 month, that's no problem. Because there are two ways. A stock can move this way, like 45 degrees here on the upside every day a little bit. Or we have these stocks, they go sideways, and then they pump like crazy. But in the end, it's the same. If we go this way, or if you go this way. So for me, this is no problem. And yeah, we should always think about these whales here, these blue whales. I always thought they only eat shrimps or krill or something like this, but they eat big fish here. And yeah, they're waiting that they all swim in there. And then they close the mouth and then they swallow them all. And yeah, this is what the big guys are doing. They're waiting for impatient people to sell their stocks. And at some point, they rise the stock price. And then it's too high for many people to get in again. And they say, I'll wait for a drop again. But maybe it's not dropping anymore. And this is what happens to Bitcoin. I think there are still a lot of people, they think the CME gap between 9 and 10,000 US dollars should be closed. Because before that, it was always closed. And they're still waiting that Bitcoin goes to 9,000 US dollars to buy again. There's a good saying which says, there are two good times to buy Bitcoin. The best one was 10 years ago, and the second best is now. Yeah, and in my opinion, this is true. This is no financial advice. You should do what you want, but it's always a risk to wait in the bull market for a big drop. That's for sure. Because in the bear market, all these things worked out with the CME gap. It was always closed, but in the bull market, I don't think so. Maybe it will be closed in 2 years or so. Okay, but you never know. Everything can happen. But I think next week is going to be good for us, for our miners overall. We will see how this all plays out. Thank you very much and see you in the next one. Auf Wiedersehen.